single parents who have a grandparent, that one of their parents, who's heavily invested and involved in parenting. And so that's also a system, in many ways a similar system, because in those situations it may be that the grandparent or grandparents are doing a lot of the caretaking, may know the child as well as, or in some instances, even better. So I don't know, we have a lot of different points where I can bring up questions and focus on them. So I'm not going to say more about that right now, but if you have, as we go through the afternoon, if you have cases that you're interested in or want to talk more about these grandparent-parent systems, that's absolutely something that I think is very important. Okay. So parenting occurs within the context. The mom is the one that probably chose those clothes and enjoys how much they look alike. But it isn't only the physical appearance, it's also attributes. So an example would be if a mom had grown up and was a little bit overweight, a little chunky, and that her self-image was challenged by that growing up had been painful to her, she'd been bullied, her parents had made it very stressful for her. And then as she got into later adolescence and young adulthood, she found easier ways to manage her weight, and it was quite normal weight now, or even slim. But if her daughter or son, it could be a gender association, but not always, starts getting chunky and chubby. They were speaking to each other, shouting at each other, etc. So given my interest in systems and in object relations, which I've spent the earlier part of this presentation going over with you, I wanted to know a little bit about what it was like for them growing up. For the mom, her family was kind of chaotic, and she had an older brother who was adopted. The parents didn't think they could have children. Excuse me. And so the older brother was a real handful, an exceptionally good-looking, charismatic, outgoing, funny, exceptional child. And the parents absolutely adored him. The mom, my client, felt that in fears, specific fears about what might happen to their son when he was 17. But I also helped them imagine what would happen next week and next month. And some of the issues related to school, the importance of school, and the values that each of them had, right, about school, and recognizing this boy, right, and his own interests and his abilities and his fears. Helping parents then be able to look at their differences, and with the analogy of the canoe, right, that the idea of separating out the stories of their childhood siblings from this particular child and the information they had from his psychologist, even though there's no guarantee that he doesn't have an addiction and doesn't have an addictive